Private equity. How do you deal with private equity when you're getting divorced? I mean, after all, it's private. Well, so it comes down to a couple of things. If this is private equity, that's an investment that you or your spouse has made either singly or together in some kind of private startup or something like that. Well, there's a couple of things that go into that. One is the value. How do you know what the value is? You put $50,000 in, $100,000 in, could be worth zero. It could be the next Facebook. You really don't know. And so there's two things that you could do about that. One is you could try to value it now and try to figure out what it's actually worth. But hey, if you could do that, you'd probably be a billionaire because there are so many opportunities out there. So more likely, what we're going to do is something we call an if, as, and when distribution, which means if it pays out, if your 50,000 turns into something more than a goose egg or $50,000, and you're actually distributing the monetization of this private equity at that time. When that happens, then we will divide it. And so then we have to deal with when it's divided. And when the cash comes out of the money, out of the private equity, we're going to split it at that time. Obviously, we have to deal with taxes and so on and so forth. Because one of the things about private equity investments is that they're usually in one person's name, and it's usually pretty darn hard to transfer from Harry to Sally a portion of that investment, because those people who are working in that private equity company are busy trying to make money, and they don't want to be dealing with distributing their shares in some different way. So that's a question you have to ask right up front. Can this be divided? And if it can't, another thing to think about is reporting on that asset during the period of time that one person is owning it on the other side of the divorce for a future if, as, and when distribution. So you got to figure out how it is that the non-titled spouse is going to learn about how that company or those companies are doing. That's one kind of private equity. The other kind is just a straight up business, candy store, doctor's practice, whatever it is that one person works in. That's much easier to deal with because we can value that practice now or that business now, the candy store or whatever it is, and we can give it a value with a forensic accountant and then figure out how we're going to divide that at this time. If you've got any questions about this or anything else, give us a call. Our number is right below, and we'd be happy to answer your questions.